Hey YouTube, how's everybody doing today? This is going to be our third video in the Survival 101 series. And I'm going to do other videos, but the Survival 101 series is for people that's just getting into prepping and need a helping hand along the way. So, our third video today is going to cover bugging in or bugging out, which is right for you. So, it's going to depend a lot on where your location is, whether you're in a major metropolitan area, whether you live in the country. So let's get right into it. So bugging out is when you have a bug out bag, you have a plan in place, and you basically want to get away from the city or a highly populated area, so you don't fall victim to crimes or, people getting desperate, wanting to take your supplies, stuff like that. Now, bugging out, you don't just want to go live in a tent in the woods. It's just not going to happen. You could probably survive for a week or so, but depending on weather conditions, especially if it's the wintertime, we live in the Midwest, so it gets pretty cold up here in the winter. Right now, we got a foot of snow on the ground. So you don't just want to go live out in the woods. What you want to do is you want to have a plan. If you got a buddy that's got some land that lives in the country, talk to him. If you need to go stay with him, make sure you bring supplies. Don't come in empty-handed, because as preppers, we stockpile stuff for our families. But if you're going to come stay with somebody, bring your own stuff so you can help contribute to the supply of food, water, ammunition, weapons. So bugging out, if you live in an apartment complex or a suburban area and there's not a lot of like-minded people around you, you might want to consider bugging out. If you got a cabin out in the woods, somewhere, that's a great place to go, as long as you can keep it heated or whatever, depending on the time of year. So that's bugging out in a nutshell. You got your bug out bag, you got a plan, you go somewhere that's away from the city or somewhere you feel safe. Now, bugging in is different. I choose to bug in. The reason I choose to bug in is because we live out pretty much, not super country, like there's, it's right off the edge of the city, but we have about 3/4 acre of land, and we decided that it's best for us to stay put because we live on a dead-end street. Everybody knows everybody. We're all like-minded. And if something was to happen, we'll all pool our resources and work together to try to, make it through whatever situation. So bugging in works for me. That I don't have to carry my supply. I can stockpile my water. I capture rainwater. We're going to do a video on that. I have, over here, this is just my little camping solar panel, but I'm gonna get into solar. I'll probably do a few videos on that. It's kind of in solar, you kind of get in depth or whatever, but I'm digressing. So let's get back to what we were talking about. Like I said, it's really going to depend on your location. If you live in the city, probably best for you to bug out, get somewhere safe if something happens. Look at what happened in Texas. Okay, power grid went down. Major power grid, and you had people standing in lines and lines trying to get supplies, and that's a small dose of what might happen if the entire grid goes down, and it can happen for multiple reasons. This one was weather related. It can be weather related, it can be sabotage, whatever. So get somewhere safe if you live in a city. If you live in the country, probably best for you to bug in. You can still have your bug out bag, if you need to go somewhere quickly, if you need to get out. But the biggest thing is to have a plan in place. You want to have a plan in place because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You have to have a plan. So you're going to be able to decide which one's right for you. And that's like I said, it's going to depend on your location. It's going to depend on who you have around you, because you're not going to survive on your own. It's really hard to survive on your own. You need a group of people to come together, pull your resources, especially if it gets that bad, you're going to need people pulling security. So to make sure nobody comes in and tries to get your supplies and all that stuff. And I apologize for not making a video in 2 weeks. It's been kind of crazy around here with all the weather and stuff. And then I got promoted yesterday at work. Yay! So got me a good raise and got promoted. So I'm pretty happy about that. So if you like this video, if this stuff's helpful to you, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and you'll be notified anytime I drop a video. We're going to continue on, with our Survival 101 series, and I'll probably make some videos that are a little bit more advanced in prepping. You're welcome to check those out too. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't want to overwhelm beginners with a bunch of stuff. You want to start out simple so you don't get frustrated and just throw your hands up and be like, I ain't going to do it. You got to start small. I started small. I've been prepping for 10 years. So anyway, I hope y'all have a lovely weekend. It's Friday, TGIF. I'm off this weekend, so I'll probably make a few more videos. And y'all stay prepared, stay alert, stay alive.